is KC Sports Network, proudly presented by Emprise Bank.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the KCSN Defensive Breakdown, brought to you by Derrick Johnson, Defend the Dream Foundation. I am joined by my two pals, like I am every single week here. Chiefs defensive lineman Mike DeVito and Chiefs linebacker Derrick Johnson. Fellas, we are now 9 weeks into the season. The Kansas City Chiefs defense is by far the most important part of this team at the moment for a team that has Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid on it. I did not think that we would get this far into it with this good of defensive performance. And I had another one against the Miami Dolphins. Like, this is just, it's just fun right now, fellas, to watch this defense flying around.
I'll tell you what, it's been great. And I wanted to speak to this too. I think not just the defense, though the defense really is, like you said, is doing incredible. But I think I just want the fans and everybody to realize like how hard it is to come off of a loss and right the ship, right? But not only that, come off of a loss, right the ship, get on a plane and go to England to play, or where were they? Germany. I'm sorry,
Germany. Yeah.
Game. I mean, that just the mental gymnastics of that, because guys are so in tune to your, routine and the week and things like that. So that is another variable that I don't think people speak of enough, is like how hard it is at times to make that, to go over there and play. It's always a crapshoot for a lot of the teams, how that game's going to play out, just because, it's just so out of the norm. But with Kansas City, it's just like their ability to not only bounce back, but to go over there and play the way they did. We know about the talent, but just the mental fortitude that the team has is just special. And I think we saw it again this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when you talk about Andy Reid and what he brings to the table. He's going to have the Chiefs ready to play. I know that. Like, personally, I knew that, hey, when they go to Germany and play, they're going to be ready to go, because they didn't have a good showing. And I'm telling you, I know Andy Reid was yelling, and when he yells, it's a big deal. But just like Mike just said, it's one of those things where it's when you've traveled that far, especially after losing, it's a drag, man. Football isn't fun when you lose. It's just not, man. It's not fun when you lose. We know that as players, and when you can get on a plane and go that far over to Germany and play your butts off against a really, really talented Miami team, I think that's something to be talked about. And yes, we're talking about the defense. That's a good problem when you have Pat Mahomes not at his best. You have the offense not at their best, and you say, "Hey, defense, we got you till y'all figure it out." I'll take that any freaking day.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, man. Like, if there's somebody you trust to figure it out, it's them. Like, it is. And so, yeah, the defense playing as well as they were. We talked a little bit last week, at the end of our defensive breakdown, about how you defend Tyreek Hill, how you try and keep a lid on him, and how difficult that is. I was frankly shocked that he went 8 for 62 on the day. I figured that they'd find ways to dial it up. And we're going to take a look at some plays here. Nothing specifically targeting Tyreek Hill here, but the focus was still on him. The Dolphins spent 42% of the time in 21 personnel this week, trying to force the Chiefs into more base defense looks. But Steve Spagnuolo countered that a little bit here by playing this big nickel. This is, in the slot here, this is rookie Chamari Connor. He is a big kind of box safety-ish type player that they have used all the time here. But they did a lot of this throughout the day where they would motion across the formation. We're going to show a lot of the secondary, a lot of the wide view to start here, just to see the coverage rotation that has to happen. But as Tyreek Hill comes across the formation, you're going to see the big shift and then running away from it. But Chamari Connor doing a good job stepping up into the box there. We're going to go to the end zone view here. Fellas, tell me what jumps out at you about this look, defending this motion, basically everything that the Dolphins are putting on tape here.
Yeah, the first thing that I see is it's an IFAR set. So you're, not knowing, what they're, I haven't studied Dolphins on tape, so what the percentages are might change things. But just generally speaking, you're going to play the tilt in 21 formation, especially with the slot starting to the left. Now, I know he motions, but if I'm starting with a slot, I-far to the slot, and the tilt is to the field, I'm thinking, okay, I'm right now, if I'm 91, I'm halving, meaning I'm stepping into that guard. I'm thinking everything is going towards that tilt. You know, DJ knows, it's like to run it back with an I-far, to run it back to the closed side where the tight end is.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could run. It's just hard. It's hard to time it with the backs because of that fullback being offset. So, so if I'm looking at this from a defensive line perspective before we even, look at the snap, I'm thinking, play the tilt.
Yeah, absolutely. And then play it real quick, Craig. When you have this jet motion coming across, this is all window dressing. This is just trying to mess with your eyes. They're running just a regular bob kind of a weak kind of play. It's kind of like a weak lead, but it's outside lead type of thing. It's a toss, and it's not fooling anybody. It's all about playing really, really good team defense, and everybody responsible for everything, and just not biting on this. And who that is going across is Tyreek Hill. So they do that so you can say, man, if I'm Drew Tranquil, I'm somebody like that. I'm like, man, it's Tyreek. Let me get over here. And then they have something going up the opposite way of where he's going. He's just a decoy in this right here. But it's not a bad call, but you don't, for our Chiefs defense, man, we are freaking kicking butt and taking names. I love it.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. And if you look at this too, DJ, I'm thinking they're coming right, they're blitzing right into that. I mean, they ran, the defense, and this is just Spags, man. We saw this last week when we broke it down. Like, he called the blitz right to the play. So watch the steps of the D-line. 91 stepping in, 56 stepping down, 27 coming off the edge. He doesn't great. I mean, so Spags knows, hey, they're running to a tilt. Let's take it to that late to that side. And that was great call by him. And great job by 27. DJ, you could speak to this more.
Yeah.
Coming down as a guy like that, smaller guy on the edge, setting the edge, making sure guys don't get outside. Like, that can be tough. And 27 does a great job.
Man, this is awesome. This is sometimes as a defensive coordinator, you can make a call that just helps the defense. Like, it's like, hey, we called the right call on this play, and y'all ran a play that you need to check out of this, because you need to give it to give it to Tyreek Hill right here. But everybody's doing their job. That's the one thing I love. Everybody's doing their job. Even if they were to give Tyreek this ball, we have somebody sliding over, a cornerback sliding over, ready to take them, and everybody should play the run. You got to know that when you play against Tyreek Hill, whenever he was with the Chiefs, he would do a bunch of window dressing and going jet motion and going here, and he wouldn't even get the ball. So it's like he does help out the whole offense because he's so fast, and you got to know where he is. But on this play, Spags knew exactly what to do. DJ, wouldn't you look at this fullback? Like, think of the fullbacks that you had to lead up on, whether it be a Bob or a lead or something. Yeah.
Wouldn't you die to play? Like, look at that.
Right.
Like, it just.
Oh yeah. You don't want any part of it.
No. Now,
that's a TB too, and he just wants nothing to do with it, man.
That's why when you get in these I formation or 21, 22 personnel, it's not that big of a personnel. Like, it's not 12 is really not 12. It's kind of 11, it's just, they're pass happy, and people are not blocking like they used to, because, the fullback position is really going to instinct, really. Because, I mean, I played against a lot of guys. Lorenzo Neal, and I mean, I could start naming them off, where these are big time guys that just want to block. They don't want the ball. They just want to block.
Oh, that's why I was laughing, because I've seen the guys that you've taken out in the hall. It's just like, we would have paid for somebody like this, like, it's total. It's just so different. And nothing against 30. I mean, it's just, why would he be like that?
No, I mean, it's just the nature of their offense with the motion. They rely on so much of the shifting of the formation, trying to get people's eyes going the wrong direction, more than just like lining up and saying, hey, it doesn't matter that you're in the gap. We're going to blow you out of it. They're hoping to drag you out of things there. Let's go to another 21 personnel play here. And you're going to see, once again, some extra motion here. This is a big wide receiver. This is Chase Claypool in motion. Chiefs are in their 3-3-5. And once again, they try and get to the edges, try and get on a toss here. And Leo Chanel and the corner here just absolutely chew this up. Teams have tested the Chiefs defense on the boundary, tried to test them with some horizontal stretch this year. And frankly, you just can't do it against this defense right now.
Yeah, no question. No, and I think right away, we're in that 46 front. This is a sub version. Or wait, is that 3 big guys? Well, yeah. So
3 big guys. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 big guys. So I'm thinking it's like a sub version of the 46 front.
It is. Yeah.
And this is the play you're going to get. I mean, when an offense is attacking this 46 front, you're going to get the bunch and the crack toss and all the stuff to the outside because there's just nowhere to run it inside. And so you see this, you see the bunch, you're thinking, okay, it's going to the bunch, especially given the front that we have. And that's exactly where it goes. And the guys, I mean, look at how fast everybody's over there. So this defense is smart, very, very smart, and they play this really well. Just getting to the football. There's nothing coming backside. And so everybody's 100 miles an hour towards that left edge.
I love that Chanel, how he just cracks the cracker. That's the crack block coming in, and you have to crack the cracker and then get up and in, like go into him and then get up and in so you can run the circle right there and try to get up to him. Because when you're getting cracked, the one thing you don't want 5-4 to try to go around him because he'll knock off Tranquil and all those guys. So when you're getting cracked, it's okay. Go and get cracked. Crack the cracker, meaning going joisting back into him and get up and in. And I mean, that's a freaking awesome play right there. Then the corner, I don't know who is the corner at the top.
That's L'Jarius Sneed.
Oh, of course, right? He comes in like a safety or a linebacker. And he blitzes a lot for a corner. For a corner to blitz like he does, this is great trigger to come up and in and just take advantage of space and not getting blocked. That's the deal. Don't get blocked. Avoid contact right there and go make a play. And this is, again, Chiefs defense they're tough. They're fast. They're tough. It's got to be one of the, I'm sure stat-wise they're really good, but just top 5 defense easily.
Yeah. Yeah, and to DJ's point too, looking at 5-4 again, I remember, I wasn't out there like that, but there would be times where I'd be that wide end into a bunch and you're getting that down block from the crack guy. And that's a weird block because he's really like inside. He doesn't ever have that angle, right? Guys don't normally have that angle on the inside. Yeah. He's more coming out on you. This guy's like right on your side as soon as you get there. It's a hard block to play because it's not something you normally deal with. And it can put you in the bind because you're like, wait, do I fight the hard shoulder and try to go around, or do I shoot up the field? And Chanel doesn't take a second to think about it. He just hits it and goes. And that's exactly what you have to do to make this play. The last thing you want to do, like DJ says, be indecisive or try to loop around him and cut everybody else off. So Chanel feels it, and instead of, getting distracted by that weird block, he just hits it and takes off. And not to, again, reminisce from our time, but I remember playing the Steelers, and that was Hines Ward at that spot, and you had to worry about your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That is true. You got to have your head on the swivel. I hated that. I mean, goodness gracious. They catch you on looking in the backfield, and you running around, and I mean, he will hit you like a Mack truck, and he's small too.
I do want to point out here to DJ's point how smart this defense is. You're going to see Chase Claypool motion across the formation, start to motion across the formation. You're going to see Brian Cook start to kick down number 6 and Trent McDuffie start to back out. And you can see between Justin Reed, Brian Cook, and Trent McDuffie, the communication happened to, no. Don't shift. He's coming back. We know what this is. You're going to actually see them start and then pull back even before Chase Claypool even starts to decelerate there. That is just it just shows how in tune and how in sync this defense is, that they can pick up on that immediately. They just know, it's coming back. It's coming back. Don't motion, don't shift out. We're good. So,
yeah, that's all film preparation throughout the week, man. Spags is just dialing it up. And honestly, man, we were ready. We were freaking ready. I honestly thought it was going to be just a high scoring game, 30-30. But, maybe I just, not that I don't have the confidence in our defense. Our defense has been doing good the whole year. I'm thinking they scored 70 points on Denver. Golly.
Yeah, no question. Frank, that's really nice work. I didn't even know that. That's like, you're exactly right, because most defenses are going to shift and then shift back. And the Chiefs, like DJ said, because of film study, because of how well-trained they are, they're like, no, that's coming right back. That's a good pickup. Yeah. I didn't notice that. That's good.
Absolutely. Speaking of good pickups here, this might be the defensive play of the game. Chiefs are in their dive defense. You can once again see Tyreek Hill condensed down as an H back there. They use him in this all the time and motion him either, towards the bunch or, across the formation a lot here. You see the Chiefs are very overloaded away from the bunch there. It is a 4x1 with the back to that side. But what you're going to see here is a play that we probably would be talking about anyway, because it is such a creative play design by Mike McDaniel to fake this bubble screen and come back to an interior screen. But Drew Tranquill, absolutely, this is a singular solo effort here to stop this from being a monster gain. I want to rewind this real quick here and show you where this is when the back catches the ball. If Drew Tranquill's not right there, that's Raheem Mostert. That's off to the races. This might be 6 right here, and it ends up being on a 3rd and long. It ends up being a 4-yard gain, and they get off the field here. So, guys, a lot to process there. What are you seeing on this particular play?
Oh man, I'm watching it. Okay. Oh man, so this is awesome. So Drew, this is a great example on having eyes in the backfield, feeling the lineman, and having eyes in the backfield, knowing, hey, the quarterback still had. I know it's maybe a screen out there to Tyreek. Actually, it's not a screen because the lineman will be running out there. So that tells you, hey, I need to freeze. Something is up. But it's going to be a lot of decoy stuff. So you have to play with patience when you're playing against the Miami Dolphins. And Drew does a great job right here, having great eyes and just being able to take advantage of space, knowing that, hey, I don't have to take this lineman on. I can give him a foot fake. I can give him my hands and T-factor him. I can arm over or whatnot, swim him, and go make the play. This happens all the time. This is one of those things when I say, don't get me wrong, Spags is doing a great job of calling plays, but at the end of the day, players make plays on the field, and this is something where you say, hey, Spags didn't call up a great call, but there was a great individual effort by Drew Tranquill right now. I love that play. Love it. That's elusive.
Yeah, and to DJ's point, there are going to be times in the game where you get in a 3rd and long situation, and Spags dials up some sort of exotic type thing because it's 3rd and long. So you're going to be all this is not a good front to play the run in. Right. Why would you think you're going to have the run on a 3rd and long? So they're running this pirate or some sort of variation of a pirate stun, a 3-man stun here on the right. They keep Chris on the outside, but that's designed to get this is a pass first defense. But there are going to be times, and thank God for DJ, because I remember a number of times that you made plays like this where you need to rely on one guy to make a big play. Nobody's blaming the defense if this gets out. You're not prepared for this. This is not the situation, and this is what offenses will do at times on 3rd and long, is try to hit it with a big run because they know there isn't going to be anybody in the box. But you need that guy, and DJ's been that guy over and over and over again when I was there. But this is what you need. You need that guy to make that play, and they have that, and they have disciplined guys that can make the play in big situations.
And this lineman, 72, sometimes as a linebacker, we have an advantage because they don't know what's happening behind us. They think they do. He don't know. He doesn't know where the back is. So this is an opportunity for you to, as a linebacker, to take advantage of space. He doesn't know where to go. He don't know. Boom, he's going back in. He thought the runner was right behind him, and he wasn't. He was more inside. So what you do, you take advantage of space. You swim over and go make the play. This is awesome.
Yeah, that's a great play call by Miami. I mean, that
really
is a good play call.
we would be talking about this play all week long. National talking heads, like if Miami scores on this, they end up winning the game, whatever, they would be reviewing this play. Like this would be the one that we would be talking about, just because beat them by alignment, got them out of the way. It's a great play call, but hey.
And what that'll do is that'll screw all these other defenses that are preparing for Miami now, because they're thinking, hey, we get in those third and long situations. Don't dial anything up too exotic, because they have it, they could run this.
Absolutely. We'll get the final one here. This is a terrific play by Willie Gay Jr. Yet again, you're going to see this is 11 personnel that just have the tight end lined up in the backfield here. But you're going to see once again another kind of outside, a little bit of a toss here. And this is just the Chiefs playing downhill. A great call by Spags, having Willie Gay Jr. basically shoot this B gap immediately. See it, shoot it, and get into the backfield. This is why the Miami Dolphins were so behind the sticks all game long. They just couldn't get anything going because their efficiency, which they're one of the most efficient teams in the league, it was just completely shot because of excellent play calls and excellent performances here, and this is another one.
Man, this is how you get downhill, get vertical. Now, this is more of a toss play that they're doing, a toss lead, and what they're trying to do is string it outside. But if you shoot this, that guy is responsible for you, so he has to come back. He has to respect that at some point. And this is a great job. But just, hey, when it opens up, let's go. I mean, and I think did they do this play already from earlier? Did they do the
toss?
Yeah,
the original play. I don't remember.
Yeah, they did the toss on the first play that we saw.
They did. They did. Yeah.
What I was.
This is an opportunity. If you do it again, it's a no-go. It's one of those things when you repeat plays in the NFL. Guys are really, really smart. So if you repeat something it's very rare if you really repeat an outside play like that. And Willie, you talk about a specimen, just him individually. Like he can run, jump. He's tough. He's a good player, sideline to sideline. If he can stay healthy, he can really do something.
Yeah, no. And another thing that's interesting, and what I was thinking about, DJ, thinking back to the first play that we saw, was if they were in that pistol, because here they're in that pistol formation. I don't remember if he was in the center.
Yeah, he was under the center the first play.
So pistol and under the center is not really a difference. Now they can do some option game and do some stuff with that pistol, but for me that's still under the center. It's just a kind of funky under the center, if that makes sense.
What did we used to get? Remember what Chip Kelly was running with the Eagles? They would do the pistol. What was it called? Was it
No, it was pistol. I think we called it pistol.
Yeah. I couldn't remember what the types of plays they called, but I just remember pistol for us up front. It seemed like there was more stuff open. You had to be careful, a little bit more careful up front, at least when you got into a pistol set.
Yeah, because the option game comes to play. Yes, that is true.
Yeah. No, but you're right. But this is the same play, and again, they're not fooled by it at all. And you can just see how fast they're attacking. These guys are all right to it, pursuing the football. They know what's going on. And I'm just looking up front. And again, I think once again, this looks called. This looks like they sent fit.
Yeah.
Because look at 9-5's footwork. He steps down. And I think 98 does a good job playing around too. We've talked about that, how they sort of these natural picks up front, right? So if I'm 98 and I know that they're coming down that side, right? So I know 95's coming down. If the ball goes that way, this is exactly what you do. Just cross his face and get to running, because Chris covers you when he spikes down. And so you can just have freedom to pursue down the line because Chris has covered your gap.
Yeah.
Well, across the ball.
One more thing, George Karlaftis on this play is being able to set the edge. That's the most important thing in stopping the run. Being able to set the edge. If you don't set the edge, Willie Gay doesn't even make that play. He just keeps running. He just keep running. Well, probably on this play, he'll probably make it because yeah. But most of the time, when you talk about setting the edge, this is a great job by George, just being able to set the edge and being able to get up and in. And man, we got some young guys that are playing up.
Yeah, no question. And just one more point to this, like looking at 56. The beauty of what he does is he knocks his guy back.
Yeah.
Like if that guy's going backwards, he does a good job staying on the outside of that as well. But all that matters is 73 is going backwards. Even if his head is on the inside, if you're knocking a guy back, I mean, look, the fullback's all jacked up. Yeah. So DJ's right. That's the key piece, right? That's the center point of this play. And Karlaftis just plays it like a stud. I mean, just a stud. So smart defense.
I mean, let's say that Willie Gay, the doesn't fill that gap for whatever reason. Now that tight end's not able to release and climb up to Joshua Williams too on the outside there because of what George is doing.
Yeah, that's got to come inside.
Just a phenomenal play. Yeah, running a very similar play to the first one there. Obviously the condensed motion, Tyreek Hill is still out there to the side. They're going to the short side of the field instead of the field, but it is a very similar play. And again, good defenses make bad decisions by offense pay, and that's what this defense does time and time again here. So
to DJ's point too, from the beginning of the what we were talking about at the beginning, like look at the swagger, look at how fast they're playing. Look at it's like they're at home at a noon game in KC. It's just there's no slow steps. There's no sort of we're in Germany. There's no lag. These guys are just playing 100 miles an hour. That itself is really hard to get done. Again, after a loss in a short turnaround, as far as you have to leave on Thursday to fly to Germany. Yeah. It's just nuts. And these guys, again, it looks like they're playing at home at noon.
It does. All right. That's all the plays that we got for today. This defense, once again, flying around, making plays like they have all year long. They get a much needed rest here on the bye week. Fellas, is this the time that you had circled on your calendar every single year? It's just like, hey, this is going to be when I go home, get a little bit right, stop some of these aches and pains that have just been persistent for 9 weeks here. Yeah. Is this when you took the time to kind of relax and feel closer to 100% than you ever have throughout the course of the season?
Yeah, absolutely. I always look forward to bye weeks, especially if you can win. You can't lose and go in the bye week, man. It's just, I mean, it lingers way too long.
Yeah, it's
way
bad.
Too long. You got to get back to football and being able to win, go over to Germany and win, get that bad taste out of our mouth. I think the players are, and we're back to. I mean, after Denver game, you would think, oh, the Chiefs aren't that good anymore. And then you're like, oh, no, there are.
They're good.
like that's how fans are back and forth. Of course, we know what's going on.
Yeah. Well, and to DJ's point, this was time you can get out of there, go home, be around the family. Nice time in the season. I mean, sometimes you can have these bye weeks really early, like week 4 or 5, something that they're not even worth having, or too late. This is the perfect time to have it. And I don't know, DJ, what it was like for you prior to the 2011 CBA, but some of those bye weeks that I had my first couple of years in the league were rough. I mean, it was like
terrible.
Start training camp over again.
Listen, and I had some losing seasons in KC, and on our bye week, it wasn't a bye week. It was freaking practicing the whole week.
Full pads.
Man, I mean, it was bad. It was really, really bad.
My rookie year, we finished 4-12 with the Jets. We hit that bye week, man, and we had 3 days: Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the whole week. Flat pads, getting after it. I was like, no more bye weeks.
I really think now, even if you're on a losing team right now, I think it's changed, right?
I think they have to.
Yeah. And I think it's smart.
Yeah.
Football's hard, man. Your body needs to heal up. Mind needs to heal up. Like, get away, come back, get at it again.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yep. Well, we are going to do the same. We'll see about next week. Maybe we'll have something special. The three of us will get together. We'll talk about it a little bit. But, maybe we'll do something. We do something fun on the bye weeks when we've been doing these. So thank you all for listening very much. Click the link down below for DJ's Defend the Dream Foundation. Throw a little money his way. We are so very thankful that he is doing this with us every single week. So make sure you show your appreciation as well. For Mike DeVito and Derrick Johnson, I'm Craig Stout. Be kind to each other. We will catch you later.